Who are the top 10 autograph signings that collectors are waiting, absolutely dying to see happen? That's today's topic on episode 9 of the Powers Sports Memorabilia Show. All right, thank you again for joining me. I am your host, Matt Powers of the Powers Sports Memorabilia Show. Thank you again for joining me. Wherever you are, please hit that subscribe button. Whether you're on YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you are, I always appreciate that. So let's get right into it here. You know, there's a laundry list of autograph signings that collectors are waiting to see happen. There's a name on everybody's list of somebody they need to complete their collection, or maybe they were their childhood idol, somebody that needs to do a signing that they're just dying to wait happen. Okay, so I've put together a list of a top 10 signings that are waiting to happen. Now, a couple stipulations here on this list here. Number one, this has to be an American list. Okay, so we're not waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo to do a signing. Okay, so these are just United States-based autograph signings that were obviously most of the collectors that I deal with. So these are signings that are going to be happening here in the United States. So it would have to be a chance for a signing to happen there. So no hockey guys on this list. Okay, I mean, I know there's a lot of hockey collectors out there, but it's just not a big sport in the realm of what I deal with. So usually baseball, basketball, and football is what we're focusing on today here. They've got to be popular, obviously. Okay, so listen, people probably need Bob Uecker's autograph, but Bob Uecker's not making this list. Okay, yes, he doesn't sign very much, but listen, he's not making it ahead of some of these names. Okay, and the person has to rarely sign or rarely do a public autograph signing. Okay, so one of those two. Okay. Or they never accept mail-ins. So, you get a particular name where you just can never send in mail-ins to them, so you can't get your particular item done. So those are kind of the stipulations that I'm going off with on this list, okay? Is it going to be a 100% perfect list? No, but I think these stipulations are going to make it pretty close here. So I asked a lot of you on Instagram and Facebook for some of the signings that you were waiting to hear, and a lot of your names are on this list here. So I think we're pretty much on point with this list. So let's just get right into it here. Number 10, John Stockton. Ooh, man, that is a name that just smells like not signing your stuff. Everybody always says, I need John Stockton in this. Oh, why do you got to ask for John Stockton? He's not signing ever. Now listen, I know he did a couple, looks like book autograph signings or something, but I'm not aware of any signing where, a big name company has brought him in and said, sign X amount of pieces for us, and, we'll pay you X amount of dollars and we'll put some product out on the website. I just have never seen that. I had some swingman jerseys probably 3 or 4 years ago that were signed at the book signing there, and those were pretty sweet. I probably undervalued those, man. I should have sold those for a little bit more, but he is tough, man. Tough. And I'm just thinking how cool it would be to have Stockton and Malone dual sign pieces, basketballs or a photo or something like that. Man, that would be so cool. Maybe some Gonzaga stuff too. I'm an old WCC guy. West Coast Conference. I went to Santa Clara, so Gonzaga's always got a special place in my heart. So some Gonzaga stuff would be kind of cool. They don't have a huge market, but it would be cool. But I don't know, man. I don't know if he's ever going to sign. I mean, he's obviously in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know. Maybe Karl Malone can talk to him about it. Karl's been doing a couple signings lately. He used to be on this list, no doubt. But Karl's been hitting it up. I think he's got a second signing coming up, which he did one like last year. Was it last year? Yeah, last year, 2017. And now he's got another one coming up somewhere in Texas, I think, or something. And maybe he can talk to John. I'm sure they're still buddies. And say, hey, John, do a signing with me. Man, a dual signing with Stockton and Malone in the same room. Wow, dude. Talk about sellout, man. That is freaking awesome. I would be there in a heartbeat. That is so cool. But anyway, John Stockton, number 10. Let's move on here. Number 9, another basketball player, another Hall of Famer, and Mr. Tim Duncan. Whoa. He's another guy that you know, you can get Tim in person. I will give you that. You've seen a lot of quality stuff come out on Tim that has been on some jerseys and balls, and you know, every now and then. It's super expensive, but he does sign occasionally. So I've sold a couple pieces of Tim Duncan, probably maybe 7 to 10 over the years. So I'll give him credit over Stockton. He does sign a little bit. But, you know, he's ahead of Stockton on this list because, man's got championships, you know. He's got championships. And, man, some Wake Forest stuff would be cool to have. You know, you could get some triple sign pieces, too, maybe with the Ginobili and Parker. Imagine getting all those three guys in a room and getting them all to sign some big three stuff, man. Now you're talking, you know. Maybe get Popovich on some pieces. That would be super cool. See, this is what I'm talking about, like, this is what collectors want right here. Now, this is a lot of moving pieces, but if you're a Spurs fan and you get something signed by the big three and Popovich made, I mean, that's like the centerpiece of your collection, you know, where you get Tim Duncan on a jersey with an inscription on there, Hall of Fame or championships or MVPs or whatever it is. I mean, that's like the piece, you know. I mean, if Duncan ever does a signing, I think that's one where you just got to go all in and just get as much as you want done, overdo it, because you may not see him again. Now, I've said that about Karl Malone again, but Karl's doing a second signing. So, you know, Tim would probably be in that $300 to $400 range, I could see, you know. I mean, going back to Stockton, I could see him kind of being $200 to $300 range or so. But Tim is, man, somebody's got to make that happen. Somebody. It's not going to be me, though. I can't afford Tim Duncan, but man, that'd be so cool to have. Especially from being from Texas. I mean, God, there's so many dealers down in Texas, you know. Make it happen, man. All right, number 8. He's actually one of only three current players actually still playing on this list. Number 8 is Bryce Harper. I don't know why Bryce is on this list, but, you know, Bryce is just beloved by some baseball collectors, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because the guy is so out there with his signatures, how they change all the time. Like, he's got bipolar for his signature. He's all over the place. You know, Bryce has got a couple inscriptions people want, you know, and I think Bryce is kind of like on that level with Trout as far as interest. You know, you see a lot of dual sign pieces with, no, I say a lot. You occasionally see some pieces with Trout and Harper on there, and you know, obviously Harper winning the home run derby recently. You know, he's definitely a popular player. I'm going to give him that for sure. You know, but you know, just seeing the price where he's at right now. You know, I mean, you're looking at. I just saw an MLB authenticated ball, $500 for Bryce Harper. I mean, I can see people paying that. You know, don't get me wrong, but that just seems a little high for me. You know, for Bryce, I think honestly, for like premium items, he would probably be in that $300 to $500 range. And I think people would pick him up for sure. I guarantee you people would get some stuff done. But I think it would be kind of cool to see him at like a public signing somewhere out in DC. You know, I don't know if CSA would be the place for him or not, but you know, some big signing would definitely. I mean, in the Virginia area would just, or Washington DC area too, would just, oh man, it would just sell out. Especially if you did home run derby stuff. That would be cool. But he's a name that everybody keeps asking for. You know, Bryce Harper, Bryce Harper, Bryce Harper. Especially people want him on premium items too, like bats and jerseys. And you know, he's just, man, it's just incredible how much people want his stuff. But it's just out of the range for most people. So moving on, number 7, one of my all-time favorite players and a funny dude, a funny dude, Mr. Willie Mays, number 7. You know, he's done a few in the past. You know, we're talking, gosh, 8 to 10 years ago, maybe. You know, so he has done a lot of signings. You know, the issue with Mays is really kind of almost twofold here. One is, you know, Willie's really up there in age, so I don't even know if he's capable of signing. You know, I just got some stuff from a Tommy Lasorda signing, and that guy is close to not being able to write. You know, Scully's kind of the same way, Vince Scully. So I don't even know if Mays could sign if he wanted to, but maybe. I mean, I just don't know the answer to that question. But Mays, for baseball collectors, he's up there with Mickey Mantle as far as an autograph that you have to have. I mean, Mays is a top 5 player of all time. I mean, just no question about it. I mean, the guy has an extra Santa bag for stats. Like, he just can't fit them all in his normal gym bag. He's got to bring a Santa bag with, you know? I mean, we're talking Hall of Fame, 660 home run. I mean, you can just go on and on. What is he, a 24-time All-Star? You know, the amount of inscriptions that you could get for Willie Mays would be just incredible. Now, if he were to sign, I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't be doing all that many inscriptions. But, you know, I've done a signing with Mays, and he did inscriptions there, and they were super expensive. I think he was charging $700 to sign a premium item. But, man, is it worth it? I mean, it's freaking Willie Mays. I mean, my gosh. And also, you know, here's the thing with Mays, too. And he may actually... If he did do a signing, this actually would really help out his market, okay? Because we all know the issues with the Mays hologram. You know, don't ever buy an item with just the Willie Mays hologram. It's not worth your time or your money. Some are good, some are not good, but you're just better off staying away. But what he would do is he would actually go out there, if he was able to do a signing, and actually set the market for authentic Willie Mays items. And that would be really cool, because, you know, Willie's not going to be here forever, obviously. I don't know how much more time he has on this earth, but, you know, he would actually do himself a justice, I guess, a little bit. But really, the collectors and people that want an authentic Willie Mays autograph is go out and say, hey, listen, I'm charging $500-700 for an autograph. You know, if I die, that jersey's going to be $1,500 to $2,000. That's just kind of going to be the market. And that's going to weed out, hopefully, those, you know, $199, you know, Mays jerseys with just this hologram, you know, that crap out there, you know. So I'd like to see it, man. I think it would be really, really cool to see Willie do kind of one last big signing. You know, make it at like, you could do a public signing. It would, boom, it would sell out just like that. I don't know if Willie's up for a public signing or not. That'd probably have to be a private, and that'd probably be the more respectable thing to do, just to make it easy on him. But man, it would be so cool to see Willie Mays in there. All right, number 6, another guy on the level of Willie Mays, maybe a little bit higher. I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to. We're talking a rivalry here. So number 6 would be Sandy KOUFAX. He has done some signings, you know, where you could send some stuff, and I have seen some stuff through Online Authentics, God, years ago. But again, KOUFAX would be, if you could get something like customized for you with all those inscriptions that he offers. And KOUFAX, I mean, granted, he doesn't have, you know, the length of the career that some of these other guys had, like Willie Mays and whatnot. But again, you know, stat maker, all those no-hitters, and I mean, geez, and especially playing for the Dodgers organization, you know, I mean, he is Mr. Dodger. I mean, you talk to any Dodger fan, KOUFAX is the guy. I mean, could you imagine like a public signing with him in the Los Angeles area? Oh my gosh, bonkers, right? You know, you're going to be offering, yeah, gosh, $500-700 an autograph. I'm sure he's going to be way up there for that. So, but you know what? That's going to be your one chance, and you just better fork it out, because that may be your only chance if he does do a signing. So, number 5, moving along here to a gentleman that actually just got back in the news, actually, with another win, Mr. Tiger Woods. Now, Tiger is an interesting one, because obviously he plays golf, and golf isn't really all that great of a seller, as we all know. But, you know, Tiger's got that allure of kind of, you know, Michael Jordan-esque. You know, I mean, people just, you say, I mean, obviously you look at like the ratings when Tiger's doing well, it's just blown out of proportion, right? Like, it's just way up here, and nobody's even come close as far as a draw for golf. So Tiger is the man when it comes to golf. And if Tiger were to do like a public signing, I mean, just bonkers. I mean, you saw when he did that book signing, he was out in New York and whatnot. I mean, people were just hawking this guy, you know. So, but if, you know, interesting thing, if he did do a signing where you could send stuff in and get some stuff done, is would he sign golf balls finally? I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, Tiger Woods signing some golf balls finally. That would be just like a story within a story. You know, I think that would be super cool. But he'd be super, super expensive, like everybody on this list. But I think people would definitely want to get something done by Tiger. It's just I don't know. I'm kind of torn with Tiger. You know, like on one hand it's golf, and I don't care for golf that much, but people want Tiger, and somebody made a comment to me too that Tiger's kind of a little out of the range for most people, and I agree. But I think those same amount of people would probably find some room to get a KOUFAX or Mays autograph. But you know, the reason why Tiger is so ahead of Mays and KOUFAX is for just that popularity, right? Like Tiger Woods is just, I mean, the guy is just on cloud 9 when it comes to popularity in sports, and obviously on golf too. So You know, getting some dual sign stuff with Jack Nicklaus or whatnot would be cool. I mean, Tiger is a top 2, top 3 golfer of all time. You know, I mean, he's up there, man. So, you know, you could do something different with Woods, KOUFAX, and Mays here, but I think Tiger, just because he had that recent win, and I think he could actually physically do a signing. I don't know if KOUFAX and Mays would ever do one. You know, Upper Deck, I doubt it would ever let him do a public signing, and I doubt Tiger Woods would ever want to do one, but it'd be kind of cool. That's what collectors want, man, the rare autograph signing. I think he's going to be super cool if he did one. All right, Kobe Bryant is number 4. Kobe is, you know, one of those super, super popular basketball players, and people just want to meet Kobe. People love Kobe. Kobe! You know, you could see him. I could see him doing a signing eventually in Los Angeles at like a GTSM show or something. I think it'd be cool if Panini let that happen. I don't know if Tiger or if Kobe would ever do that, but the amount of people in line to get Kobe's autograph would be phenomenal. I mean, the amount of police presence you would need for this signing would be like, you'd have to double up your cost on the Kobe autograph. Let's say Panini's charging you, you know, $300 or whatever. You'd have to sell it for like $600 to $700 just to cover your cost of like police. But you know, I don't know. It would be so cool to see, especially if you had Shaq there, Shaq and Kobe in the same room signing stuff, and getting along and telling jokes. I mean, that would be, man, that would be so cool to see. And that's what collectors want, man. Is that one-time moment where it's like, you remember that signing we went to with Kobe and Shaq? Oh, that's so cool. But you know, Kobe's got rings, he's got MVPs, you know, he's got all the stats, and it would just be super cool. Number 3, LeBron James. Now, LeBron is, you know, either you love him or you hate him. I mean, the guy, for me, is definitely a top 5 player of all time. I mean, he is just a man among boys in some areas. I can't imagine he would ever be happy about doing a signing where you could maybe send stuff in or doing a public stuff. I can't ever see him doing a public stuff. But I think it would be cool if, you know, Upper Deck lets you send some stuff in and get your own personal stuff done. You know, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I think there's a huge market for LeBron. You know, it's either you're all in on LeBron or you're not. And, you know, especially with him being with the Lakers now and all the popularity that's going to happen. And, you know, you can get different team stuff too. You know, he's got different markets where people really like him, you know, Miami and Cleveland. And I guess liking him kind of goes, you know, changes depending on what team he's playing on. But, you know, LeBron is going to be one of those guys that people are going to miss him when he's gone. Like when LeBron gets out of his prime and isn't doing all the things that LeBron used to do, people are going to be like, man, we witnessed just greatness as far as, you know, his athleticism and ability to win championships and mesh with different players and all this kind of stuff. And I think it's just going to be something we're going to miss. So, but LeBron would be a big signing. Number 2, and you might find this kind of surprising ahead of LeBron James, but Ken Griffey Jr. Now, I know Ken Griffey did a recent signing, okay, but wasn't a public signing and you couldn't send in your own stuff to get done. A lot of people need stuff done by Griffey. And let's just be honest, Griffey is, as far as popularity goes, he is top 5 of all time, in my opinion. People just love Griffey. They love Griffey. They love his style, his personality, you know. Anything about Griffey they love, you know. I mean, he's the kid, you know. And plus the amount of inscriptions that you can get. And, you know, I think, especially going into the Hall of Fame now, that Griffey has kind of cemented himself as far as like a must-have for autograph collectors, especially obviously if you collect baseball. You know, you got to have something Griffey, you know, whether it be a jersey, bat, you know, a ball. Griffey is just, you know, he's just kind of one of those guys that just doesn't like signing, unfortunately, much, which, you know, I get, man. It's not a big deal. But if you imagine him doing, oh my gosh, a public autograph signing, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know where you do this at. I don't know if you could do it in Seattle. I mean, you'd have a big draw, don't get me wrong. But I think it would kind of, I don't know, kind of lose its luster, I think. I think if you did him at the National one year, oh my gosh. Or at Cooperstown, my gosh. I mean, I know people probably throwing crazy amounts of cash at this guy, but obviously it's not about the money, you know. I mean, he's just got to find he's got to find the feeling to do an autograph signing, you know. And I just don't ever, I don't know. Maybe he'll have a change of heart, you know, but he would be one that collectors definitely want to have. You should have seen the amount of comments when the GRIFFEY signing went out, like, oh, they accepted mail-ins, and nope, signing already happened. So people were definitely bummed about that. All right, number one, if you haven't guessed it by now, you need to tune into the sports world a little more. But the number one autograph signing that people are wanting to see happen, where they can send in their own item or see him in a public autograph signing, is Mr. Michael Jordan, okay? Easy, no-brainer. You know, six-time champ, six-time finals MVP, 6 times. 5-time league MVP, I mean, NCAA champion, I mean, Hall of Fame. I'm not even going to go into his stats. You know, he's like Willie Mays. He's a stat stuffer. But let me just post a scenario for you, okay? So, we're 3 months out from the autographs. You know, let's say it's at the National Convention is in Chicago. Oh, imagine that, huh? 3 months out, and you get the announcement that Michael Jordan is going to be at the National this year. What do you do at that point? I mean, do you sell your car? Do you just like sell everything in your house? You just scrounge for stuff? I mean, do you rob someone? I mean, I think that would be the funniest story, is what people did to save up to go to the Michael Jordan autograph signing. That would be a book within itself. You know, and he would obviously be the most expensive on this list. He would be $3,000, I guarantee you. $3K to come get like one Jordan autograph. It would be just like a flat fee. You can get anything you want done, $3K. And let's say $1,000 for inscriptions, you know. Hey, who cares what the price is? It doesn't really matter. I honestly think it would sell out so freaking fast, especially in the Chicago area. Oh my gosh, it's like the perfect storm, you know. You wouldn't be able to do any wholesale crap, you know. In fact, if I was Upper Deck, I wouldn't even jack with that. I would just say, listen, he's going to come in, he's going to sign, I don't know, 200 pieces. That's it. You know, make it a real quick signing and make the price just astronomical and just see what happens, you know. I mean, but what would you do if you're a collector, right? Even if you don't live in the Chicago area, you live in Hawaii or something like that. You just like sold all your stuff and live on the beach now. Like, but Jordan's your favorite player and he's the one autograph you're missing. And, you know, you need him on something or whatever it is. You know, what do you do? I mean, I think people would just go nuts for this. Go nuts. I mean, the media around it would just be crazy. You know, I don't know. I wish Upper Deck would let their guys kind of do some public signing stuff. And I know it's mostly the athlete probably too, you know, but I can't see Jordan ever doing a public autograph signing. I don't think it would ever happen. But that's what this list is all about. Is what would you wish for? And Jordan, I mean, I would, even if I wasn't getting anything signed, I would probably just go. Like, just be at the signing. Like, that's why you'd have to do it like a national, because you know people would just be hovering around this thing. You couldn't do it at like anywhere else. It'd have to be at the national if you were going to do a public autograph signing, and it'd have to be in Chicago and Rosemont there. So that's my top 10 list of autograph signings people are waiting to see happen there. Let me know your thoughts. I know we went a little long today here, but man, just so much to talk about and so much to get to. So please comment below. Let me know who you think is missing from this list, or if you would rearrange some things. And please always hit the subscribe button wherever you are, and please always visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it as always, and I will see you soon.